السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوب إليه. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وأنفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So today, inshallah, we're gonna be learning the Tajweed of Surah An-Naas, and like we all know, I've already mentioned earlier, learning to read the Quran. So by the way, my name is Muhammad Amin, and I'm the founder and also a tutor at Mahir Academy. So what we do here is that we teach Quran reading fluency. So we help kids to become fluent Quran reciters. A lot of the kids, they are learning the Quran, and some people, they learn the Quran and they only learn the Arabic component of the Quran, so they can join the letters together, but they can't pronounce the letters very well. They can pronounce the Tajweed rules better. So we help the kids learn the Arabic and also the Tajweed components of the Quran at the same time, so that it takes them very short time to reach Quran reading fluency. And so we have programs that's currently going on, starting next month, for student or parents or who wants the kid to become fluent Quran reciters. So just a bit of introduction by myself. So today, inshallah, I will be talking about the Tajweed of Surah An-Naas. And I know a lot of you guys listening to me right now or watching me right now, many have read the Quran or learned to read the Quran, but many cannot read the Quran fluently. Many do not know the Tajweed rules of reciting the Quran. So you can, if you're interested in learning more about this and you want to learn the Tajweed better, I've had some classes I've done in the past, free classes in our expert parameters group. So let me show you guys how you can go into that resources in the expert parameters group. So in the expert parameters group, just check the expert parameters group. We do have Quran Tajweed classes that we've done in the past. So these are free classes, and to help those who might not be able to afford our program, or those who are not really ready to learn to read the Quran in terms of devoting the time, but they can just learn along the way, right? So Surah An-Naas is one of the surah of the Quran, and is a very important surah in terms of, for a Muslim, reading it to protect yourself from evil, protect yourself from bad omen and sihr, magic and all that. It's a good surah that we often have to read. And for everyone starting to learn to read the Quran, I know a lot of the kids starting to learn to read the Quran, they start learning this surah, or they start memorizing this surah. I'm just going to read the surah first, and then we're going to go into the Tajweed rules of it and some of the common mistakes people make when reading this surah. So this is Surah An-Naas, and so أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. You would see that all those letters that I colored in green, they have the same articulation system that I use for them. So this in Tajweed, this is called Nunu Mushaddada. So Nunu Mushaddada is a special type of Noon that has a Shadda, and the rule for that in Tajweed is that you have to do Ghunnah for 2 seconds. So you have to use your Nisikabi, you have to do that 2 seconds before you pronounce that letter. So we have Nunu Mushaddada and Mimu Mushaddada. So these in Nun Mushaddada, so all the ones you see in green, all this one you see in green, you see they have the same rule of Tajweed. Noon, noon, noon. See, they are called in the same color, right? So, and you see when I pronounce them, I slow down on them for 2 seconds. Bi Rabbin Nas. Birabbin nas. And you see I said nas, and you see that all the alif ending, they all have the purple color. This is another rule in Tajweed. So the first rule, the ones I'm talking about right now, is the nunu mushaddada, the doubled noon. And nunu mushaddada, you have to do two sound for 2 seconds. 2 seconds sound before you pronounce the fatha on that noon. So it's gonna be Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, right? Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, malikin nas, ilahin nas, right? من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. So you would observe the same rhythm, the same rhythm with this. So nas, so all those letters, the nunu has, all of them have the green color. So that's to say they have the same sound. They got the same sound, and the rule is called nunu mushaddada. Alright, hukmu nunu mushaddada in the tajweed. And for you to pronounce a nun with shadda, you have to do the sound for 2 seconds. Right? Bi rabbin nas. That's the rule for pronouncing nunu mushaddada. Right? So we've already learned many other rules earlier on in this class, in this forum. So if you'd like to know more, so there's I do have some free resources here in the guide section of our Expert Quran Readers group. So just go to Expert Quran Readers group. Maybe you can have access to it better with a desktop or with a tablet or something like that. So we've had some Tajweed classes I've done in the past, and we've learned the letters, the articulation of the letters. We've learned the sound of the letters, like the a, I, u. We've learned that. We've learned the mid, right? We've learned the tanween, the shadda rules. We've learned the rule of nunu and mim shaddada as well, the double nun and mim. We've also learned the rule of lam. So get access to this. Is free. If you're in this group, you can have access to it, watch it, and you can move on and come learn some other things with us here in this class right now. So قُلْ أَعُوذُ, you see the lam has sukun. أَعُوذُ, it has to be mad tabi'i, so 2 seconds count. And the ba, and the rule for pronouncing ba in Tajweed is that it's gonna sound as if you're pronouncing 2 letters. The first of the ba you're gonna pronounce in here is gonna be having like something like a sukun. Bi-rabb. So it's like whenever a shadda is on any letter, it means the letter has what? The letter is gonna having double of it, and one of them, the first one, is going to be having like something like a sukun, and the second one is going to be having what haraka the letter has. So here the letter has kasra, so it's going to be rabbin nas, right? And you see all those letters in purple, these are med, these are types of med, elongation in the Quran. And you see all the letters that you see in purple, these are med, they are called long vowel side. So we've learned this in our program earlier on. We've learned it, so you can see here mid letters, the long vowel sound. So go and watch this. So it's a good resource that you guys can watch and see how we pronounce, and we learn to pronounce the mid letters. There are 3 mid letters. We've learned that. Just watch this video there, right? So أعوذ برب. So this, all the letters in purple is a mid, and they're gonna be elongated for 2 seconds, right? So they will elongate the noon for 2 seconds. Right, and this note is gonna be elongated for 2 seconds. And you see here, this is a short, we call it the tiny med, right? We call it the tiny med. So what it does is that it's replacing the normal long med, but it's going to have the same 2 sound elongation as well. It's gonna have 2 seconds elongation, so it's gonna be ila. So you have to watch this one. And one thing about the med tabi'i, the basic med, is that whenever you don't pronounce them, they're going to change the meaning of the ayah of the Quran. This is very serious. And when you read the Quran and you misplacing the mad al-tabi'i, the basic mad, like all this here, for instance, ila, it should be ilahi, not ilahi. You can't say ilahi, you have to say ilahi, right? Maliki, right? There's another riwayah of Malik, but Malikin Nas, Malikin Nas, right? Malikin Nas. And okay, so let's move on to the next one. So, and you see the meaning of all these ayat, right? قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. I seek refuge in the Lord of mankind. This surah is good for you to memorize, for you to be able to read perfectly, because when you read the Quran, there are two common mistakes. Is either you're having major recitation mistakes or minor recitation mistakes. You know, check the group as well. I've got a guide I wrote about, you know, the common mistakes in the Quran, and it's called the Simplified Tajweed Guide to help your child read the Quran fluently. So I talked about those two common mistakes people make in reciting the Quran. Just download the guide in, you know, in the guide section. So come to the Facebook group, Quran Readers group. Come to the guide. So I've written two guides. So this one, check out this one. It tells you the curriculum of the Tajweed that we learn in our program to help kids become fluent Quran reciter within just 16 weeks. So download this guide, read it, and you know, if you have questions, you know, just put in your questions in the comment below on this video. So if you have any comments, tap Quran below. If you'd like to know more about the Quran reading program we have in our school, you know, type Quran in the comment section below, right? So download this guide, it's free. Just download and read it. Everything here in this group are free, right? So let's move on and start and continue with our Quran learning of Surah An-Naas, right? Malikin Nas, the master of humankind, the master of mankind, right? Ilahin Nas, the God of mankind, right? The God of mankind. And you know, there are some subtle things that you might not be aware of. You're gonna see something here. You see that all these letters are colored in ash color. These are colored in ash color, right? All this is a certain rule in the Quran, and a lot of people learn the Quran might not be aware of how to pronounce them. So this is called, you know, Nunu Mushaddada, right? Sorry, this is you know, Hukmu Lam Shamsiyya, right? Lam Shamsiyya. Whenever, you know, the letter, there are some letters that they are Huruf Lam Shamsiyya, like Nun is part of it. So, and that's why it having Shadda here. And see, this is whenever you have this, there's a certain rule on how you're going to pronounce them. So how you pronounce them at the beginning of an ayah, how you pronounce them in the middle. Because these letters, you know, they're in the middle, we don't pronounce them. We don't pronounce them because they're in the middle of the ayah, so we don't pronounce them, right? So that's why I went from the Rabbin Nas, right? Malikin Nas, Ilahin Nas, right? You see that? So let's finish this ayah, this surah. Min Shaghi. You see, this shin is having a different color, right? The shin is having a different color. Why? Because the Tajweed rule has changed, right? The Tajweed rule for the shin here is called Ikhfaa. So we're gonna learn in our program. We have, you know, our modules. We learn all this stuff there. You know, I can show you our portal. We have all this program learned in, you know, all this stuff learned in our Quran Tajweed program. The kids learn all the ahkam, you know, the ahkam of Tajweed. You know, in Tajweed there are three main things to learn in Tajweed. You have to learn the makharij, right? The articulation of the letters. You have to learn what the ahkam, the rules of recitation, and you have to learn the sifat al-huruf, you know, the attributes or the description of how the letters will sound in different situations, right? Those are the three things you learn in Tajweed, right? So this is called Ikhfaa. Min Shaghi. You see I pronounce it? So Ikhfaa is that the letter will gonna be hiding under the Nun Sakina. So this is the Nun Sakina here, the Nun that's silent. You already learned this in this platform. So in Nun Sakina, an unvoweled Nun. So whenever, you know, anything that comes after it is among some letters, we call them Huruf al-Ikhfa. This way you pronounce it, Nun Sakina is going to be different. So you see how I pronounce it here? Min Sharri. So you have to do the Ghunna for 2 seconds. Min Sharri al-Waswasi al-Khannas. You see? Min Sharri al-Waswasi al-Khannas. There's a lot of rules here, you know, I can't be saying everything, but come to our program, inshallah. If you want to learn to read the Quran fluently for yourself or for your child, we have programs for adults and kids. Or if you already know how to read but you want to perfect your Tajweed, we have a standalone Quran Hifz and Tajweed program for kids and adults. So, you know, join and tap Quran below under this video to learn more about it, right? So we have a cohort starting next month, inshallah, May 1st after Ramadan. So be among those who will start this. So الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس. الذي. See, I said الذي. Why did I say الذي here? You know, many people learn it to pronounce it that way, but they don't know why. So we learn all this in our program. Alladhi, how do you determine is going to be having fatha, kasra, or dhamma? Is because this is what? Islam al-ma'rifah. And whenever you see this, the alif is going to have in fatha if it's beginning if it's the beginning of an ayah. So this is called hamzatul wasl, hamzatul qat'i. It's beginning the ayah, and it's not having, normally it shouldn't have anything, but we have to give it fatha to be able to pronounce the ayah, right? الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. You see that? So one of the major mistakes people make when reciting Surah An-Naas is that there's a lot of the rules of nun mushaddada here. A lot of people do not do that hukm. They don't do that rule. They don't give you that rule, and this is not good. This is not good. You kind of messing up with the structure of the Quran, and also messing up with the meaning of the Quran, right? So we want to make sure we don't make those kind of mistakes. So min sharril waswasil khannas. You see how I pronounce it? Khannas. So 2 seconds sound gunna, right? So from the evil of the lurking whisper, those who blow whispers into some materials to cause harm to people. You're seeking refuge with Allah from those people, right? And from their evil, right? الَّذِي يُوَسْوِسُ فِي صُدُورِ النَّاسِ. Those who whisper evil into the heart of man. You see some people, they are well okay, but you see them, they are mentally derailed. Maybe someone have done sihr to them or any kind of evil to them that change their mindset and their mentality. So you're asking Allah to save you from this. So this is the meaning of this ayah. مِنَ الْجِنَّةِ وَالنَّاسِ. And from those who do that among the mankind and the jinn, right? So this is a very good ayah that we have to learn, a very good surah that we have to read oftentimes. And imagine that you are not able to read it fluently, you're missing. So reading the Quran is not just reading the Arabic, but you're reading it perfectly with the Tajweed. It's really important, right? And this is how the Tajweed, the Quran was revealed in the first place, right? So let's read this ayah together and listen to me again. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. So I'm gonna stop here. So if anyone have any questions regarding this I've just talked about right now, or you have questions regarding our programs, the Quran Reading Fluency Program or Quran Hifz and Tajweed Program, kindly reach out to us. We have program, we have very few spots left. I mentioned of that last week. We have 5 spots that's available for adults. I've had people who showed interest in that, but we don't have the spot filled up yet. So if you're still interested for yourself as an adult to learn to read perfectly with Tajweed, I would like to show you guys something about our program. We have all this Quran Tajweed curriculum we have in our program. So this is how our program works. You see, we have our programs organized in portal system. So we have all the modules of the Quran Tajweed learned. So we have kids that just started, last month. We have kids that started in November that are already finishing. We have kids that started in the past, and see. So this is how the program works. You see all the modules of the classes. We'll learn the letters, the sound, the Qalqalah, and all that. And the good thing is that all the classes are recorded, so the kids can come back, or any student in the program can come back and watch the video of the classes, like I'm doing right now live. So you're able to have access to all the live recordings of the class. That's really amazing opportunity for you to learn and relearn, and you have lifetime access to this. And there are many benefits of this program for anyone. So for instance, in our program we have a lot of benefits, and this is how the program features look like. So you only need like max of 3 hours per week to spend to learn to read the Quran fluently. And it's gonna take it 16 weeks. That's really amazing, and there's no any kind of this kind of program out there. And these are some of the features of the program. So you're gonna be having 2 group weekly sessions You can have one-on-one session and all the video access, live access to the video. We have books and resources going to be free for you. Online class portal, we have a curriculum that we use, peer support group, you can ask questions 24/7, monthly progress card, right, monthly community events, and we give gift to best recital, among our students on a monthly basis, right? So this is really an awesome program. And apart from this, we have, an optional Islamic studies class on the weekends, to learn the deen, learn the tafsir and many other things about the deen, Islamic studies, we have that in the program as part of the the package of the program, right? So you interested in this program for yourself or your child, comment Quran below and I will personally reach out to you, inshallah. Is there anyone there that would like to ask questions? Normally in the past, I've used to share the Google Meet link for this class in the Facebook group. So for next week, anyone who's interested to join the class, from the Google Meet, so that you can be in the classroom with me. So you can, I'm gonna add the Google Meet link of the class in the comment section here. So you can just, join the class. You're gonna be able to join the class directly. It's either you join it directly from Facebook like this, or you can even join it, be in the classroom with me. I'm presenting this class from our Google Classroom portal, and you can join me in the classroom like that. Instead of you being in the Expert Calendars group, you can join the class real live with me. Every Sundays, 5 p.m. UK time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. All right. So inshallah, this is where I'm gonna stop today, and I'm really excited. For kids who are just getting started with us, or those who just started last month, and those who will be starting next month. It's really exciting time to help the kids to learn to read the Quran, and we took away everything that could hinder kids to learn to read the Quran. Lack of interest, forgetting Quran reading skills, or taking them too long to read the Quran. Our program has everything in place. We built in an active learning environment for the kids to be motivated and want to come to classes. We built what we call the Quran memory retention habit to help them retain whatever they learn. And we have a curriculum that's going to help them achieve this within 4 months. SubhanAllah. So it's really amazing. So you don't have to have phobia to learn to read the Quran. And I said something earlier in one of my reels. I said, it's a good thing for you to start your Quran learning for your kids or for yourself as soon as possible, because the moment you extend it, you delay it, it's so dangerous, because a lot of the kids, they don't want to learn after they become teenagers. They're going to high school, they're going to colleges and all that. So try to take them as early as possible to teach them to read the Quran fluently, not just reading the Quran in Arabic, but learn to read fluently, which with Tajweed. This is how the Quran was revealed to the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Inshallah, we're going to end the webinar here. And I'm so excited. Anyone who has any comments, try to reach out to me personally. Send me a private message, or just reach out to me. Put comment below. You can put Quran on the comment below on this video, or you can send me a private message, inshallah, and I'll reach out to you, inshallah, for anything that we might have. Free resources. We have free resources in this group. Like I said, free resources in this group. Like check all the resources. All the resources that contain in the guide section of the group. So check everything, right? We have Quran reading classes. I'm going to upload this one today on this section as well. We have many webinars I've done on teaching methods. Like I've done many other webinars that we talk about how to learn to read the Quran, what are the strategies and all that. We've learned many things in this group. So try to avail yourself of all these free resources. Watch them and reach out to us if you have any comment, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.